Hey, it's BT with the BT MotoGP Europe GP review. Let's get right to it like we always do. Let's jump right into it. Last 3 rounds. 2 rounds. Ooh, it's the 3rd round, but after these races, it's 2 more rounds to go. What I tell you about pressure. Pressure either bursts pipes or it makes diamonds. And in MotoGP, it made diamonds, but in Moto3 and Moto2, ooh, them pipes about to burst, baby. Let's start off Moto3 like we always do. I love Valencia. I've been in that place like 3 times. And it's in my heart. I love that place. It's in my heart. So I hate not being there. Get right to the race. Even though they didn't mean it, Steve Day and Matt Burke kind of. By the way, how great are they? They really are. The emotion is real in their voices, but they kind of imply that Celestino Vietti, it was his fault on the high side. They didn't mean it, but that's the way I kind of took it. But it wasn't. But I'd rather have Ryder be more aggressive than have to go, come on, you can do it, like Agura. I get to Agura in a minute. Anyway, but Celestino's like, you have to go, hey man. So he's like Marc Marquez. You know when Marquez was all wild and crazy back in his Moto3 125 days. Like, hey man, you need to slow down, just chill. And Celestino's like, he's aggressive. I love it. He's aggressive. He's going to Moto2 next year. I'll get that in a minute. And it's great. But it just happened. It's a damp track. By the way, that track is resurfaced and it didn't rain all day. It was dry all day, but it's still a damp spot. It had a wet spot. Why did it have a wet spot? That's a nasty track. Anyway, what did that track do last night? Anyway, I mean, but seriously, it's like, and they're trying to dry it with paper towels, like Bounty, the picker-upper. They're trying to put paper towels to dry the track. And then they put like a leaf blower and I don't know, trying to iron out the wrinkles. I don't know what they're doing. They try to dry the track. Anyway, Celestino, he just lost it. He did a high side. He was going for it, man. It wasn't anything, I think, out of the ordinary. He just lost it. I feel so bad for Albert Arenas. He feel that championship slipping away. It's kind of like when you and your girlfriend are going through something and you feel the relationship kind of like you're growing distant, and she's talking to that friend of hers a little bit too much, and they're laughing, and she's kind of has her books in her hand, and she kind of does this like, stop it, and then you show up, and she's like, that's my boyfriend. Hey, what are you doing? You know, and you go, that's what I think Albert Arenas is doing with the championship. He kind of feels it slipping away, but at the same time, he's still lucking out because Agura is the most frustrating rider in Moto3 because he's on the precipice. That's a big word for somebody with a junior college education. He's on the precipice of leading the championship, and he just still lets it slip away like he's in outer space, like. I don't understand him. Like he's almost too passive, and they have to go. Come on, they have to. When your crew is going, come on. That's a telltale sign. You need to push it. Even he said he was a little apprehensive, I think, because of the track and the wet spot. Anyway, good luck to Agura, but he needs to push it. It's getting great out there. It really is. And props to Garcia, to Sergio Garcia, because he took a face plant. Like he stoppied without doing a stoppie. Like he stoppied. He's like a Willie Endo. He's like, bam, oh, this is bad. And then he hit the ground and he face planted on his bike. He hit his teammate face planted. We thought he looked like he was dead. They put him on a stretcher. And then I think he's like, what, 16, 17? So, you know, their bones ain't developed. He just goes, well, I'm good. And he just kind of walked like, I'm good. No limp. I'm good. Anybody got any milk? You got any milk and cookies? I mean, it was like, really? Really? We thought you were DOA, RIP. He gets up. I'm fine. Get the bike ready. All right, man. Good ride by him, but you got to give it to Raul Fernandez. Raul Fernandez drove the shit out of that bike. Good for him. That kid, I wish he'd go back in Moto3 next year, but he's growing. He's getting bigger. I mean, you can tell by his voice. His voice is changing like Peter Brady. I love Raul Fernandez. He alluded to the fact he was going through some stuff in his personal life last year, and his team stuck behind him. And you gotta love the emotion that kid had. I love Raul Fernandez. I don't like Raul Fernandez. I love Raul Fernandez. Props to him. He's my rider of the race. The heartbreak goes to Albert Arenas. I love you, Albert, but what you did was bullshit. I mean, I'm sorry. I love you, but you know, you're 3 laps down, then you get with the leaders, but you weren't really with the leaders, but you're with the leaders. And so you kind of impeded their process. Instead of getting out of the way, you ran with them. Come on, man. That's why you got the black flag. You got to get a long lap penalty. Matter of fact, I feel like a dad. I still love you, but you got to get punished. It's like, look, go up to your room and go to bed, okay? Daddy love you, but you got to go up to your room. You understand me? Black stepdad loves you, but you got to go to that room and go to bed. You understand? Until you learn how to get out of the way when people are on the same lap. You understand? You were 3 laps down. Go to bed. That's what I feel like, okay? So Moto3 is getting great. I still I still say it's going to be Arenas because Masia crashed. Ogura's 3 points behind. He acts like he don't want it. Arbolino's, I think, just a little bit too much. But I think Celestino's still going to throw everything in the kitchen sink, so watch out for Moto 3 battle. Let's go to Moto 2. Moto 2, I'm going to say it right now. I don't call me a homer. Heartbreak is Joe Roberts. He tried that new Dunlap that they rolled out on the day of the race. What? I would. That's like get on the roller coaster. Be the first one on the roller coaster after it gets fixed. It's fixed. You want to get on it? Nah, man. I'm gonna wait till about 4 or 5 people get on. Then I'll get on it because I wouldn't trust it. And I began kaplunk. Roberts went out. I feel so bad for Roberts, man. He's my heartbreak. The rider of the race. I would give it to Bastianini. But he came from 15th. But no one gives Bezzecchi the credit he deserves. Bezzecchi, with that weird kind of curl he's got, I love Bezzecchi. I've talked to Matt Dunn. I have a podcast called Tales from the Gemini. If you guys get a chance on YouTube, called Tales from the Gemini. And it's like me, I'll talk about one thing and I go to another subject. And I interviewed some rider. I interviewed Matt Dunn. We talked about Bezzecchi. He's underrated. Watch out for that kid. If he gets another opportunity, watch out for Bezzecchi. Luca Marini is hurting. The only thing hurt more than Luca Marini is Javi Siren. Oh my God, Javi Siren. Oh, how difficult was it to watch him walk? You're like, at what point did your team go, you know what, man, it's cool? Because he was like, and they helped him on the bike, and he was like, he looked like me. He looked like me in about 20 years trying to ride a super bike. Like, hey, old man, I got your old man, you son of a bitch. And they had to help him on the bike. Then he crashed and he couldn't walk. At what point do you go, hey, man, let's just cut it, okay? We come back next week. Anyway, I got to get right of the race to Bezzecchi. Honorable mention for heartbreak goes to Sam Lowe's, but no offense, but it's Sam Lowe's. He crashes all the time. But he's on a good paper in Sam Lowe's. Anyway. Heartbreak goes to Joe Roberts, and also, honorable mention, Bastianini, MotoGP. Look, Mir, it's done. It's done. Mir is what you want a champion to be. Mir is that dude that shows up and your girlfriend goes, you have nothing to worry about. He's just a friend, and you see him and you go, friend my ass, look at this dude. I want to go out with this motherfucker. Look at him, damn. And he's all smooth. He goes, hola, señora, hola, amigo, muchas gracias. And you go, man, I should kick you right in your little baby nuts. But he's a champion. I met him getting a rental car in Austria a couple years ago, and he has the look of a champion. He had the eyes of a champion, and he's nice. That's genuine. And his answers in the press conference about how he's privileged to ride a motorcycle. The people who have pressure are the people trying to put food on the table during this pandemic. He said that, and I was like, look at this. This is like a politician. He said that, and I guarantee you, women went, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on for a second. That's what it's like. Mir, the championship is done. It's done. I feel so bad for Fabio. Seriously, it was just one of those things. I feel bad. The Yamaha, when did the Yamaha become a lemon? That's the lemon of the damn the grid. It really is. Matter of fact, they should get sugar and put it in that garage, in the Yamaha garages, and make lemonade. All 4 of those bikes are lemons. All they need is sugar, and they make a big ass pot of lemonade. Because that's what it is, man. They failed Valentino Rossi. They failed Fabio. They failed Maverick. Oh my God, they failed Maverick so big time. Maverick must walk by Suzuki's garage and go, can I just touch her, please? Can I just touch her? And Davide goes, come here, Maverick, come here. And he touches the bike like, she used to be mine. Davide, por favor. And he goes, si. And Maverick goes, gracias, gracias. And he walks out. And Davide goes, she could have been yours. And that's what he's got to be feeling. Because you went to the Yamaha thinking that was the bigger, better deal, the BBD, and it wasn't the BBD. And I feel so bad for him, but that's racing, man. You got to make decisions. Decisions are life. And he's paying for it. And I think Yamaha is failing their riders. Yamaha is failing their riders. There's nothing wrong with Rossi. I don't care what anybody says. There's nothing wrong with Rossi. There's nothing wrong with Morbidelli. Nothing wrong with Morbidelli. Nothing wrong with Fabio. There's nothing wrong with Vinales. It's the bike. I don't want to get into it, but it's the bike. But rider of the race, you got to give it to Mir, man. Mir, the championship is done. He doesn't make mistakes. The kid is money. Rins and Fabio are tied, but it's a mere formality. That's it. It's a mere formality. I have a limited vocabulary. I went to junior college. Anyway, give it to them. Give it to, like I said, give it to me. Give it to Suzuki for building the best bike on the grid. Give it to Paul Espargaro for riding his ass off. Even he was giving it everything he got. He chose a tire they haven't tried, I think, all year, or at least for that weekend. And he goes, hey, we ain't got shit to lose. And he was in a win it or Bennett. And you gotta love Espargaro. He got one of the greatest smiles I call him the handsome bastard. The handsome bastard said it best, win it or Bennett. And he did a damn good job. And even he said it's in his head from what happened in Austria when he shouldn't have won and when he should have won. And it's in his head and it stayed in his head. I feel so bad for him because, and then he finally goes, what are you doing, Paul? Come on, you can do it. And he had to give himself a pep talk. And then so now he's in a good nick, and good luck to him. I hope he finishes in the top 3. Good for him. For Rider of the Race, you got to give it to Mir. Heartbreak, I give it to Fabio for Heartbreak. I give it to Fabio. The MVP of the entire Moto3, Moto2, MotoGP. Got to give it to Joan Mir. That kid's a champion. Honorable mention goes to Raul Fernandez. Fernandez is in good nick. A little bit of news. Let's give it up for Moto2 riders going to MotoGP. Luca Marini and Naya Bastianini, the same team. That's the same team that Zarco's moving up, so it's going to be the same team that Zarco and Tito Rabat are on. Tito's leaving. I don't know where they bought Tito's contract out. They did the old tagging style, like, Tito, let's talk to you. Tito, hey, Tito, don't disrespect me, Tito. Give you a little package. Hey, maybe you go to WSBK, win some races. Maybe you get a girlfriend. You win a couple races, Maybe you win a championship. Ray's getting older. You come in, you battle with Redding. Boom, hey, bada bing, bada boom, You get a championship, What do you say, Don't you disrespect me, Tito. Don't you disrespect me. And Tito's like, see? And they go, capiche. So Tito, I don't know where Tito's going. God bless Tito. Hope he does well. I think that is it. But yeah. The Yamaha being a lemon, Vinales and Suzuki. That's pretty much it. The last 2 weeks, I think, are a formality. I got to give it to Mir. Mir doesn't make mistakes. Next week at this time, I'll be celebrating Mir being the MotoGP champion, and well-deserved. Moto2, it's getting good. Moto3, ooh. But I still say Arenas because of Guru. Do you really want it, a Guru? Do you really want it? Look at the mirror. Do you really want it? Honorable mention for Moto3. Honorable mention, Ayumu Sasaki. That kid came from 26th to 8th. My honorable mention for Rider of the Race. If it wasn't for Raul Fernandez, he'd be the Rider of the Race. Anyway, that's BT. I'm going too long. It's 12:26. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave some comments. Art, I love you, man, because you always keep me straight. So thank you, Art. Love you, man. I can take the criticism. No hard feelings. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it. Until then, you know the word I always use. Bye.